Hey guys, welcome back to another warm day at K&S Get Out.
Yeah, very warm.
I'm sweating.
I'm glistening.
You're glistening. I do it a little different than that. I sweat and then get stinky. So we have some exciting news, at least to us, but hopefully to some of you too. We've got more animals here on the homestead.
This whole experience has been really exciting, honestly.
Quite honestly, we're talking about the guineas. We incubated 22 eggs from our guineas. We've got 7 out here on our land currently, and they've been laying nest after nest and getting annihilated by predators, blah, blah, blah. We kind of figured it out a little bit, and so we went ahead and incubated because we need more. In fact, before we started filming, I pulled 3 ticks off me.
They're everywhere.
So depending on how much land you have and how many oak trees and woods and all that, you're gonna need more than 7 guineas. I don't know that our tick population has taken much of a hit.
Well, we do have 20 acres, so that's really a lot for 7 guineas.
Lazy bums. On top of that, we had a very, I'm just gonna say, special guest that came out yesterday, and we had a lot of fun, and it's always fun for us when we get some other littles out here that have maybe seen the animals on video and then they get to come experience it. So we got a lot going on today.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
So the incubator has been staying in the office with Mr. Bruno because we've spent a lot of time with him and we figured it'd be a good way to keep an eye on the birds. And I think today is day 3 of hatching. The first day, 1 popped, and of course Shannon and I just watched it and shot way too much footage. Yeah, a lot. I finally actually got one of the keets hatching in the moment. We were looking for the pipping eggs, you know, the ones with little cracks, and they're knocking at it. So finally got to witness that. Had to watch for about 20 minutes to catch it, but it's really pretty fascinating, guys, especially for the 2 of us who have never done this before. And we just kind of followed the instructions, and we got what, almost a 50%
Almost,
hatch
not
rate,
quite.
which is okay. This is a good start.
For our first time, I feel like it's really good. We had some. I mean, that's how I look at it. We had some hatch. It's not like they all didn't hatch.
We were going to be excited and brag if we only had 1.
Yeah.
But they now are at the ready. The first one is not quite to the 72-hour mark, but you kind of want to get them out of there. We could have gotten them out a little bit earlier. It's all over the place in what you research and who you listen to and all that. But they were created in such a way that they had enough nourishment. We were going to give them the full 3 days to get as many hatched as possible. But now it's time to move them from the incubator to the brooder.
Basically, Bruno is ready to evict his roommates.
Yeah, so he's in there in his crate after a very long outing this morning. I'm changing his hours a little bit, and hopefully he's patient with us. We're just going to get in and get out, take him down to the brooder, let you meet him.
Yeah.
Okay. Careful.
This is pretty nerve-wracking, honestly.
Steady. Steady.
I don't think I'm the right person for this.
We can switch if you want. Steady. That's precious guinea cargo you got there.
I know, and it is still pouring water.
Go, go, go.
This was Kyle's idea, by the way, guys.
Well, not necessarily the part of you carrying it, but you just kind of jumped up there and started going.
Yeah, I didn't think that part through, did I?
So at the very end of the incubation process, the temperature is about 99.5 degrees in the incubator, and the humidity is anywhere between like 65 and 85. And it's been staying there consistently the past 3 days. And I think most of them are puffed up enough. You gotta wait, you know, when they're first hatched, you can see some of their bare skin is red, and you kind of see through their little, it's more like fur than it is feathers. And so you're waiting for them to fluff up, puff up a little bit, and then they can go in your brooder. This is the same brooder we used with the first round of guineas and turkeys. Just modified it a little bit so that I'm not bending over and we're not keeping it down on the floor. Thanks for supporting that idea.
Yeah, no problem.
And yes, this is in my shed.
Dun, dun, dun.
I complained about that plenty last time. And we were gonna put them in that run over there, but I thought there's no way we can keep them safe. My thought was we put the entire incubator inside and open it up, and they're just gonna escape.
Okay.
So if you'll do some cable management for me. Now we've had the heat lamp going and we have tested the temperature. So we are perfect for the transition here. All right, birds, welcome to your new home. They're like, well, it's kind of cold, kind of not. Come on, gins. There you go. I'm actually a little bit warmer right here in the middle. It's more like 102, 103. And then around the edges, come on, baby girl. That's a girl.
We hope you're a girl.
Here you go. Now you said after 3 days of hatching, these guys are done. Is that right? Like, it's pretty safe to assume we're not getting any more.
I can candle them just to make sure, but yeah, it's pretty safe to assume we're not getting any more.
Well, and I do not see any pipping on any of these eggs. Boy, it's hot in here, and you guys like that? Goodness gracious.
They're already huddled up over in the corner.
Yeah, none of these have any pipping or the little cracks that show that anybody's trying to break out or anything, so maybe worth candling, but I'm thinking our magic number for this round is 9.
We have food over here, guys.
What's up, birds? As you guys could imagine, we've been talking to the birds through the incubator the entire time, and they come up to the edge and talk back, and they like us. We're already friends. Notice they all came out looking very similarly. Now, I think from that base color can come lavenders or the dark pearls. The darker pearls being like our males that we have. I think we only have one hen that's the dark pearl. And then the other hens are the lavenders. But I think we'd already be able to tell if any of these were going to be gray or white.
Yeah, I think so too.
So we're just going to make our guinea identifying a whole lot harder for ourselves. You can see, like, this is one of the newer born ones. That one, this one, probably that little guy right there. And these big, taller, puffier ones, those are the ones that have been in there, today being day 3. And they're a little, they're already a little, what are they, pecky? They're kind of grabbing at each other's legs and going back and forth, but
yeah,
hopefully with this extra space now, they're going to be doing better.
You can see some of them have some lighter feathers on top, or for whatever you want to call it, but they're a little bit lighter on top than the others, so this will be interesting to see what they turn out like.
Yeah, and we know that this corner over here in the front, it is all the way down to about 95 degrees, which is really all they need right now. In the back right there, that's our thermometer. That one's reading about 97.8. And if they get directly under the heat lamp, if they're feeling cool whatsoever, it'll be just a hair over 100. And we did the very same thing last time with the guineas and the turkeys. And you would see kind of a bunch of them go over here and then another bunch go over here. And they can tell what the temperature is and they can tell what they need. And so if they feel cold, they will naturally just come right back over here and stay right under the heat lamp. They're starting to figure out the feeds over here.
Good. Dripping sweat right now.
Yeah, I literally look like I just got in a fight with the hose.
Yeah, you do.
I don't even know, honestly, if we need that heat lamp in there. The evenings and nighttime the last couple days have been very nice. I mean, middle 70s. I think Shannon was putting on long sleeves, even to come out in the morning.
This morning I came out with long sleeves on.
And so we've been really taking advantage of that time, but we get here to midday and whew, it's toasty. And I think we got some really hot days coming. And I know we talk about that a lot, but in this case, right now I've got both windows open on the shed for a cross breeze, maybe kind of help keep the smell out. They don't stink too bad yet, but we'll see. Plus, last time we raised guineas and turkeys.
Turkeys smell so much worse than guineas.
Guineas don't even come close to making the messes or the smell or messing up the water and all that stuff. So I'm really excited to see how these guys do in the brooder without their turkey companions this time around. And hopefully that was a wasp. The wasps are out too, man.
Yeah.
So it's very nice. I don't know that we're going to need that heat lamp for very long, and you do bring the temperature down every week that they're in there. And so we're going to get that run over there ready. We've got the chicken coop that we ran them to and fro last time. We're kind of hoping to simplify that process with this run being right here. So Shannon's our mastermind behind this one.
I don't know that I'd call it a mastermind.
But yeah, I think it's going to be really good. And I don't know, I'm a lot less nervous than I was last time.
I am too.
And honestly, I'm not saying I want to lose any, but we now have an open mind and heart to the reality of things. You know, they're still very vulnerable
The
at this size and
understanding
age.
that things may happen.
Yeah, but we're going to do our best, get these 9 raised, and then build our bird army even bigger.
Yeah. So I've mentioned this before, but it's been a long time. So those of you who have been with us a long time, you probably know my sister and her family are missionaries in Africa, and they got the opportunity to come home for a couple of months this summer, and they came out yesterday to see Shady Acres and see how things have progressed. So we just want to share a little bit of that visit with you because we were super excited to have them over. Okay, so we have a super special guest today, and I want to introduce them because my sister is here all the way from Africa and her family. Say hello.
Hello.
So we have Asher, Sheila, Titus, Yancey, and Kyla.
Hi.
Do we look alike?
Do we sound the same?
Do we sound the same?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So my sister and her family haven't been here since demo day. Whenever we demoed the house, it's been 2.5 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years, right? They're missionaries in Africa, so we don't get to see them very often. So this is a super special treat that we even get to see them.
Great. What do you think, Princess? You just ignore him, don't you?
You ready to go inside?
She's like, I don't see him. I don't smell him.
You ready to go inside? Yeah. Are you ready to go inside?
It's okay.
So just kind of wrap your hand around his head and hold him against you, and it all kind of
He says,
controls
what
him.
did you eat for lunch and dinner,
He's
young man?
gonna
I
lick it
smell
off of you.
Nom nom.
See, he's so soft though, isn't he?
His breakfast. Thank you.
His breath is stinky. He says, your breath smells good, Asher.
Don't lick me. They look really cool.
Yeah, just toss him out there.
Throw them over there to the birds.
Throw him out there.
Wow, look at these birds.
Here, Pat.
Here, you can throw some to this one right here. He always gets special treatment from me.
He got a lot from Asher.
He gets picked on the most, so I always give him special treatment, give him his own worms. Hey, throw him that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Just give him a few.
One more handful and then you're done.
Good job.
I like your strategy too.
I didn't even know where to go.
Put the lid back on, Brad.
Here you go, Gray.
Yeah, we've gotten Gray to eat out of our hands the worm before, but the rest of them are like, yeah, you probably sit real still for a long time and they'd eventually do it, but chickens a lot more commonly will do it.
Yeah.
We're going to handle the next breed more than the Disney stuff. See if they'll do it. But this is not common, even the fact that you guys can walk up to them, that is not normal.
Watch out, Bruno's gonna try to eat the worms.
You can see that it's going to start bolting. That's what it looks like. And so these are your seeds. And so you can harvest those and reseed it, like replant them. But like whenever they start, like when you start seeing it kind of sprout off like that, you'll see that it's bolting.
Okay.
You want to keep trimming those leaves back as well. And then it'll just keep growing back.
So I just let it go too far.
Yeah.
Okay.
It likes water, so you want to water it like every day.
And then that down there is parsley.
I don't know much about parsley.
Okay.
But I would think you could even start clipping those and cooking with that right now.
Okay.
Because that looks great. You want to rinse it off, but I mean, this is starting to look like you've got something. Like maybe there's some kind of deficiency in the soil or like a bug or some kind of disease. So you want to get it before it gets to that point. But these are still really good.
I just saw
Okay.
a bug moving around.
Yeah, there are bugs down in here.
Nature has
They like dirt.
No, not twigs.
I know. Nature has bugs. That's
Like
just
the white looking, creepy looking.
on the ones that are bad for the plants. Is that what you're saying you're seeing?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes
There are a
there's
bunch
like
of ants. You see the
well,
ants?
The ants aren't too bad. It's like these tiny little white bugs that start like making a disease or doing something to your herbs, and so.
Yeah, I just
So there's a
This
little
one
bit
needs,
growing.
like, a little bit more sun. Like that doesn't have enough sun right there.
Okay. All right. You're teaching me.
I am not a green thumb at all. But yeah, with your basil, go ahead and pull some of these leaves off. And
Okay.
it'll start sprouting off more, and just make sure you're in a mostly sunny area. So
Yeah, it gets shade in the morning and at night, but
yeah, it'll
It's
love
mostly
it
sunny.
during the daytime. Then
awesome.
that'll help it.
Thanks.
It's looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then when this one, you said this one is basil too.
Yeah.
You see that? It looks like it might have too much sun.
So that one was in a pot and like 3 of them were together, and that was one that Mom bought me, and the lady told Mom, you can split these up, just cut the roots and just kind of separate them. And I don't feel like they're doing as good now.
Sometimes, like, you need to prepare the soil. Like, I read about, like, moving rose bushes. So, like, to prepare it, you give it you trim all of it back, and then you water it and give it lots of water, make it soft. And then when you dig it up, then you plant it, because then it's like, wah! And then what the rose bush did was it took all its energy to work on regrowing its roots.
Okay.
And then the leaves came back, and that's what the rose bush did, at least.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
So I wonder if maybe just cutting those leaves that have been kind of wilted and brown, maybe that'll help.
you can just pull them off like that. Because the top stuff is looking better. It's just this is wilted off.
Okay. Thanks. That's
So
it.
a whole lot.
So what is this for?
This measures rain.
Oh.
So whenever it rains, it collects in here, and then these are the measurements. So the other day, we got an inch of rain in like 2 hours. It was a lot. A lot. So that's my rain gauge.
It's pretty, isn't it? It has a pretty flower over here. Did you see that?
But it's different.
It looks so different, like being in it.
Yeah.
In their space, like it just looks different than how I was picturing it. Yeah, they do look a lot bigger.
Especially the babies.
The babies have gotten very big.
Well, and that's, we try to, like, I know, like, when I'm holding the kids in the videos and stuff, I try to say to people, like, hey, I'm, a 200 plus pound person, and hey, yep, we don't need to dance like that. Let's start here. Those, him and Harry back here.
And blue.
then Blue, the black and white one there.
What's up,
They
Spruce?
are La Mancha. And so
Okay.
the really creepy colored one in there that's stinking cool looking, Earl Man, he also doesn't have them.
Okay.
And so La Mancha, I believe, is the only American breed, and they have gopher ears and
Elf ears. Yep.
So you have to look real close. But like Larry has like absolutely no ears.
Those are gopher ears. He's got elf
Little
ears.
ears.
Yeah.
Like our viewers are the same way. They're like, dude, that's the weirdest looking goat. It's like, oh, I didn't know. Is that, I thought maybe that was more common, but no, it's not.
That one right there is one of our most like attention driven goats. So he will just, as long as you're petting him, he will just stick with you.
And you, Sheila, if it makes you feel better, you can hold on to a horn.
Oh yeah, you can totally hold on to a
They'll
horn.
let you and
Because
they just help
my
you.
little kid.
Yes. Yeah. So you can push them. They get it.
Oh,
They
he's
know.
like leaning into it.
Oh, he's
Oh yeah. Has Spruce talked to you guys yet?
been
little.
talking to, who was he talking to? Oh, he was sparring with.
who is he?
This is Luigi.
Luigi.
He's actually the calmest one.
He's our nicest one.
He's the biggest one.
He's
I know,
the
but-
biggest. He
It's a
was-
good thing he's the biggest and nicest.
Yeah, he's the calmest.
Well, that's the thing when they get that position. See, now he will bully Spruce around a little bit because he tries to take his spot and it's not happening. And that guy's got some attitude. He don't do anything.
Yeah, we've seen his attitude.
Okay?
Yeah.
His sprucitude.
I don't want you to.
You can just tell, like he just walks. He's like, hey.
Just feed me. I just want food.
They're hungry, Kyla.
Well, and Koopa and Little Mario have started talking as well. They're not nearly as loud as Spruce, but they are talking. Yeah, it's interesting.
What are all your baby goats' names again? I forgot.
Okay,
I'm very forgetful.
this is Blue. She's the mama. This one right here is Duke. This one is Earl. Earl's super cool looking. And then this is Daisy.
She is the only girl baby we have of all of our goats.
Yep. Have you pet one of the babies yet? They're super soft.
That's Cooper's brother, the one that you were petting on a minute ago. And
This one, Earl, he wants all the attention all the time. He will, like, if he's up on one of the spools and I'm petting one of the other goats, he'll come up and, like, hit my arm, like, just push on me, like, hey, I want attention.
He's like, love me. Yeah, he's like, love me also.
Did you touch that one?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna touch this one.
Just gently put your hand out.
Yeah, just put your hand out.
And then you can start petting.
Scratch it on its neck.
Yeah, I know, but
There
he's
you
a
go.
giant. Hey, he's a big guy.
Yeah, I'll hold on to him, okay?
Here, I'll bring him out.
There's 3 big guys, I think. All the babies. We should have named
All the babies. So they get fed in here, so they all think that they're getting fed right now. That's why they're like waiting patiently. Yeah.
We have circle eyes. They have rectangle eyes.
Yeah. And you know what? They can see like almost behind them. Yeah. They have really good eyesight.
You guys just like nibbling on my jacket.
They like to nibble on everything. They're a week younger than Bruno.
Oh.
That's how close in age they are.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eat everything. Like my jacket, don't you?
Yeah. They eat everything.
They keep all of the goats, almost all of them have nipples.
Just come and gave you a little kiss on the cheek,
Yeah, that's
Asher.
why I come up
Did
here.
he surprise you?
That was on the ear.
Yeah, he's just like,
He's just telling you hi.
sniffing your ear.
You want to be pet? Not my jacket. Don't forget.
You can push his head.
I'll just pull it out of his mouth.
That works. So for triplets, do you see the size difference in all 3 of them? Daisy's definitely the smallest, and Earl is the biggest.
Don't be mean. Don't be mean, Earl.
It's like
It's like
they
that's Titus and he
just
keeps
want to
bumping
mess with
me.
each other all the time. I can't imagine why.
Does it sound familiar to you?
Oh, it is a story I have seen before.
Like Baba.
There you go. Come on, Daisy. Is that Daisy? Yeah. Okay, hey, what are you guys doing? You're not being good to the company. Blue, where you at?
Spruce.
Really acting up.
Blue, 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 blue. Where's my blue? What are you guys doing?
I thought that was you for a second. I was like, what the
Hey,
heck?
hey, 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 hey. Mama and the boys, come on. Mama and the boys.
Which one's blue?
Everyone.
Which black and white one is blue?
The one that's following.
The one that looks like she has pants on. I was feeding them the other day, and Spruce pushed on the fence so hard that it came, like, he pushed it and it knocked me in the head.
Blue.
She is like strolling in.
Come on, Terry.
Oh, yeah. She thinks she's a princess.
I am seeing that.
Is that Bluesy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these 3, when you go to feed them, they will stay in front of your feet the whole time as you're trying to get to the feeders.
Oh yeah. That's what kids do. They just are waiting.
Blue's eating Daisy.
Oh, yeah. They bounce
Spruce
around.
and
typically the family, the familial or whatever it's called, groups can eat together. These guys and them, because they were isolated from everybody for about 2 to 4 months. I think is what it was.
What is wrong with you?
Spruce and Ouija.
What is wrong?
It's like yummy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I need food.
Ouija man. Spruce and loose. Larry, get out of here, bud. Larry and Harry. Let's go.
What is
Thank you.
wrong?
Proud of you because I hate grasshoppers.
I love grasshoppers.
You love grasshoppers?
They're fun to play with. Yeah. So
They jump on you and they stick to you.
Yeah, that's why they're fun.
I'm gonna let you think that they're fun. I'll pass on them, okay?
The reason why I think they're fun.
Are you sure you don't want to show Aunt Shannon what you got?
And then you like look, and then
Yeah.
you like don't move.
Yeah, I don't like them.
I wish I could just draw on your camera.
Please don't. You're a goof troop.
Get out of there.
Oh,
I see him. Here, can I catch him?
you're like the birds chasing the grasshoppers, guys.
They're coming to see you.
He's little, just like us.
There's no one coming to see you. Oh man, we just missed them coming up.
We did just miss them coming out.
It's crazy how big they puff up out of these like tiny eggs.
I know, isn't it crazy?
He's over here.
One of them just pecks the other one.
Yeah, they do that to each other.
Do you know anything about that, Shannon? Or Carla?
Yeah.
So they'll eat from the eggs that they hatch from. So that's how they're able to stay in there for so long.
Yeah, because I see.
That's where they get their nourishment from.
I wondered. Do you want to eat out of the eggs, Asher?
There's the one that just came out. He's hiding in the back.
So when they hatch, it's like it's so much work for them. So they get out and then they crawl a little ways and then they go to sleep because it's just they're so tired.
Just trying to get my finger on my pinky.
Have you had fun? What's your favorite thing to see?
My favorite thing to see is the little goats.
The little ones.
Little goats.
Yeah.
What did they sound like? Do you remember? There it is. Yeah, you guys did some great goat talk.
They were pretty soft, weren't they?
Yeah. Yes.
Kyla,
I like these. Yeah.
Daisy. Yep.
Daisy was fun.
Did you see any little birdies or anything?
No.
You didn't see any birdies.
We were just looking at the birds.
We're looking at the baby.
The little
Those
chicks.
things that just came out of the eggs.
Yeah.
The guinea babies.
Really cute.
They're really cute, aren't they? The little noises they make.
What were
Nice
they
and fluffy.
doing? What were they doing in there?
Mhm.
What did they do when you would do this to them?
They're just.
Yeah.
They were pecking at your finger, weren't they?
We tried to get him to take a few home, but for some reason, Mom didn't want to.
Oh, you know, you got to get special permits to get them to go.
I don't know.
I don't think they're allowed on airplanes.
No.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's true. They got a little ways to get back home.
They're emotional pets.
You know, they're native to Africa, actually.
That's true.
Guinea or not.
We see them.
Oh, do you really? Okay.
Yeah.
I was actually
Even out
curious
in the
about
wild,
that.
like
Yeah.
areas, you'll see them
Yeah,
across the road.
we've gone
and
on
stuff.
safari and you'll see them out just right there.
Do they look like ours?
Two of the same colors, too.
Yeah, yeah. You can tell like some of them have been domesticated and they're losing some of their like their bright colors and stuff like
Vibrancy
that.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Some of
because
them
their
have
people
blue
will
and
keep
red.
them as well. But
That's fun.
Well, if you can get some like really rare that America doesn't have, somehow either tell it how to fly here or, you know, get to walk in or whatever, or just sneak.
Pack some eggs in your next carry-on for us.
Yeah. Don't you carry a bag with like 9,000 little cutie item things in it?
Yeah.
They'll never even
Slip them
know.
in there with all your stuffed animals.
You could hide some eggs in there.
You can hide them. They'll never know.
Raise your hand if you went in the goat pen. Raise your hand. Wait, Asher, raise your hand. That's the boy. Raise your hand if you were afraid to go in the goat pen.
I don't know what.
Dun, dun, dun. maybe not afraid. I don't want to fib. It's.
He was brave enough to go see her, but not go see the goats.
But you said you encounter goats in Africa, right?
I don't like the goats in Africa.
And that's all you need. Ours are a little different, but you were down there with them. But yeah.
Those are eating goats, not pet goats.
Exactly. Ours
You don't-
are not eating goats.
Effer?
I found my stick back.
Oh, good. Stick back. Yeah, you can have that now that Bruno's put up.
Dogs.
That went all the way around the trail with you, didn't it?
I don't find slobber on it.
You don't find slobber on it.
Bruno was slobbering on it a little bit. Did it dry?
Yes.
Maybe you should chew on it, see if you taste some Bruno slobber.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
No.
We have all kinds of.
Oh, it's just on the
I
board.
could only imagine when you're bringing like your entire life for even
Yeah.
shorter extended periods of time.
Yeah, it gets a little challenging.
I've seen your
That's his
gear.
challenge.
Yeah.
Like, does this really need to go? I'm like, yes. No, it cannot. It cannot go. It can.
We
How
don't
many
need to-
packages did you come here with today? How many suitcases? Or like
To the States we came with 5 check bags and then 5 carry-ons.
Okay, how many are you going to take home?
Well,
About 10.
Because he put bags inside of bags.
Yeah, so it's 2.5.
He
They're really
says
about
10.
2.5.
We'll see.
Look, there's fireflies.
Can you give a brief like rundown of what you guys do, what your work is?
Sure.
Him.
So our team in Tanzania, East Africa, we work in 18 different languages, helping translate the Bible into these different languages.
It's incredible.
Most of these languages have never been written down before we start working with them. So we work with them, train a team of translators in every language, and then they are the primary translators, and we come alongside and help them.
How many can you speak now?
I can greet and quite a few of them.
You at least know you're not being threatened, or if they're offering you food, or
And every day we use Swahili, which Swahili is a language of wider communication there. All the languages are related to Swahili, and so
Okay.
that helps a lot.
Okay, very good.
Yep.
And you've been doing it for how long now?
it'll be 15 years in September.
Goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
we've lived over there.
Does it feel normal?
Okay.
Is it your normal?
Yes.
Awesome.
Most days.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're still humans, right? Doesn't matter where you are.
There's the occasional baby. When there's a cow on it.
When what?
When there's a cow on the road.
When there's cows in the road. We also have goat road. There's goats.
Titus has been learning to drive there, and he's been looking forward to coming here and driving because he says there won't be people all over the roads and goats and chickens, motorcycles. And
Basically,
These little
any
three-wheel
farm
buggies.
animal you can think of.
You
But
should be a
today
pretty
he-
good driver then, having to dodge all that.
But today he was a little bit scared when he had to drive 70 miles an hour for the first time.
This
Yeah,
goes
because
really
everything
fast.
there is very slow
Like
compared to
30
here.
to 40. That's like
Yeah.
the speed to go.
So is that the fastest you've ever driven?
Today, yeah.
Today was probably the fastest I've ever driven. Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
And then his
Keep
friend
telling
passed
yourself that.
him.
And then his friend passed him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's okay.
Well, guys, we had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. Hope
Thanks for
Titus
having us.
can get over his goat fear someday. And you'll come back and play with Bruno and the little birdies again, won't you? All right.
I like the little birdies a little bit more.
You like the little birdies a little bit more than Bruno?
So you're saying you like the baby guineafowl? Yeah.
So I don't think they're going to be taking any guineas home with them. I know they're not going to take any goats home with them because Titus couldn't handle the goats.
The littles did better.
Oh yeah,
loved 'em.
yeah. The small children, Titus did wonderfully. Just saying. Just kidding. Completely understandable. I mean, Matt, my younger brother, he was like completely terrified of goats, and now he's like the best goat friend in the world. So they'll grow on you, Titus. Just got to keep coming back.
Well, and things are a little different there because they do see goats just walking down the road, and it's
Not
just,
spruces. They don't see
Not
spruces walking
spruces,
down the
no.
road. Yeah, not
But-
this crew down here.
No. But it's just different. It's a different lifestyle for them.
Yeah, but it is always a great time when they're back in the States, and we try to get together as much as possible, and it was really cool for them to be able to come out here and hang with us and see what Shady Acres is like.
Yeah. And I'm super proud of them because what they are doing, being in a country where they've had to completely learn a whole new language and adapt to their culture, I'm super proud of them because I couldn't do that.
Well, you did it out here, but not quite to the extreme.
Not
that
quite to
going
the
to a
extreme.
different continent and just totally uprooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's good for us to get to kind of hear the experience through them and rather than just over FaceTime or video calls, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna set up a cot in the shed and I'm gonna be sleeping in there, hanging out with the birds, making sure they're all good.
I'm gonna stay in the air conditioning.
Yeah, it is like 120 degrees in there
It's
with
hot in
everything
there.
shut down. But I will keep an eye on the temperature, and we got about, I think, 8 weeks till we're at the next phase, so we just wait. And no, we cannot tell if they are male or female yet. There is one idea that somebody had about stretching legs and things, but it's still a small percentage, so we wait. I think it's at 8 weeks that their sounds start to go one way or the other. And honestly, till then, we're just not gonna be concerned with it.
No, not at all.
We'll just name them all Bird.
Bird.
Well, guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for coming along on this crazy journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Hi, Bird. He's like, hey, this is hotter than 95 degrees right here. We gotta be a little more touchy-feely with you guys and see what kind of difference that makes. The others trust us pretty well, but we can't touch them. Can we touch you guys? Yeah. Wow, this feels really weird because I'm used to them just taking off, you know? Hi, birds. Yeah, we're gonna be friends. You're gonna be a part of our bird army.